before that axe pick, but it's taking a little bit long though. I'm not sure if they're going to miss out on too many bounties, but no, there's no heroes around, so they're going to be able to steal one. Now, perhaps getting killed. Tim's going to run right into him. Light Strike Array, of course, is going to land, and Tim's, he's going to get a nice Earth Spike. In fact, a bit of a Ravage there, but it looks like he is indeed set to die. Mid one, the first one to pick up first blood for game number one. Like Moon unable to really harass out Armel very much in this mid lane. Does that bother you at all, John? The fact that this DP's not had the most amazing start so far. In fact, hold that thought top lane. We do end up indeed losing Boomy on the Phoenix.
That small camp in the jungle. Tidebringer's a low spell.
Arfu looks like he's going to be in a spot of danger. Does end up going down, so Boomy and Gabby, they'll get a bit of revenge in that top lane, and of course, he didn't really have the help of KP around as he was start taking the stacks away from the side of TNC. So, stacking in the opposing jungle, but mid one was already kind of running up to take these stacks away, and I like what I'm seeing from SMG, John.
Yeah, it's just really good movement out. This lines up with the level 6 of Moon as well, so they're going for a push and for fighting mid.
Yeah, Cold Feet, not going to lock him in mid one. He'll get the call off. He's got the conquer, and now with the Light Strike Array, they'll control him up and they'll dunk him down. Another great pick up there for mid one, and he's right back to farming. Meanwhile, it's this game. Feels like TNC just don't really have an answer yet. The aggression that SMG's kind of providing as they do TP more up Tim's. We'll try to go onto Arfu. Armel now is going to show up with KP. He does get the stun off Arfu. He has the follow up, and that'll be a dead Tim's. Alright, it lands, but KP, he's a tanky boy. He's just going to run away, and well, they don't really take down. You want to just have that big ulti up to be able to fight as now mid one. Does dunk a courier down. Bok loses Ring of Health and won't be able to finish off the Hood of Defiance. And now they have rotated more over, so Paul is there mid one. They get X'd up by Armel, and here comes the boat right into the axe. Mid one, can he tank through this? He's a tanky boy, but not quite enough. He will eventually go down, and Bok claim the kill from the Broodmother, and that's a very important kill to get though. Bok, Ice Blast is gonna land. Oh, he's gone. That is so depressing. That is depressing.
He was worried. Look at everyone else. Armel's lagging a bit behind. Gabby's still really hurting. Spectre just doesn't flash farm fast enough. This could be troublesome if it keeps up here for TNC.
Rogi, alright, does connect. Earthspike is there to follow up, but Rogi's not dying. The whole team are trying to get the job done, but now mid one shows up Rogi. He will eventually die, but now can they keep going? They'll try onto Arfu, but Nina is going to be just fine. It shouldn't really be a problem. They even have the finger on Tim's. They can get it done though, both. Apply in, finger committed, Moon taking all the damage and will die. No problem for the side of TNC. In fact, they want to go for a bit.
What SMG need to do is still play aggressive. They still, once you commit 4 heroes down mid, you've got to do something about something here.
If he's got the blink up, John, he's going to blink in right into Armel. We'll see if they can just try and burst him down, but that Lacuna, it just did no damage. Armel, he'll run out of there. In fact, he'll turn right back around now with the boat out onto Moon. He's trying to Spirit Siphon his way to victory, but it's not looking great for him as the Sun Ray does fly in as well from Boomy. But it was going to be a really nice initiative.
Off the back of that, but TNT are already taking over that bot jungle.
Moon, you just saw them, sir. They're going to run right into the DP, and Ice Blast is there, but it won't matter because the finger is out from Tim's. And that's a bit of a mistake out from the CEO, John. They just placed the ward down, and it was de-warded by Tim's and Bok. Moon, he just kept going forward for the creep, so it does cost them in the end, and these are the kind of mistakes you don't really want to see from SMG. We talked about it. You're up against the Spectre. You've got to be careful. She is a late game powerhouse. In fact, top lane now, KB's been caught out. X-Boat is there. Armel will lock him down, but is it going to be long enough? Because Gabby's in now. Tim's, he'll turn around with an Earth Spike out and the Sun Ray. Going to be another kill out for Gabby. He finds another last hit.
The timing's here for SMG. It's just that they're giving a lot more towards DNC than you'd expect them to. Like, Bok's at the point where he's pretty scary on this Brood, and they're jumping KP.
Yeah, KP, he's not really that tanky anymore. Not with that Spirit Vessel out. Bok is going to take care of it. In fact, Armel, he'll take the kill with the Tidebringer hit. TP's mid one in instead to try and just kind of spin his way, defending this tier 2 tower. He's going to stick around though. he's not afraid. In fact, Armel and Boomy's around now. In fact, top lane, Tims, he's been caught out. He'll get dropped and there'll be one TP coming in from Boomy. About it as bottom side. Roger now, he's been caught on the AA. Loads to fly out. Just kind of trade heroes here as position 5's just dropping across the map. Top side, KP and Boomy.
But there's already a sentry here from TNC, so once they walk into vision range, they're not going to have that piece of advantage anymore, and they do take it out. So the next time they try to make that move on SMG, it's going to be a bit rocky. Still, they are smoked up here going into the triangle.
They ran right into the Spectral Dagger, though. That was very unfortunate timing, and now Tim's a nice hex out onto mid one. Can he control him?
Man.
The core won't land either. In fact, Arfu, he's starting to spiraling as they're trying to fight, and now the Horde's in. They'll get the vision out, and they want to start the team fight. Mid one, he's been caught out on the axe, and he's going to drop first. Roger, he's trapped between a rock and a hard place. He'll be the third to die.
Want to find where
Armel.
TNC is, and
Top lane. They have caught out KP once again on the Dragon Knight, trying to force in that lane, but he's going to get punished for it. You can make the argument that he's making space for the team, but it doesn't feel like enough. Mid one, he's going to get running through now as well. Armel going to spot him out, and we'll go for the X. Got the axe, call is there. Ice Blast is going to land as well. You've got Boomy from the backside, and Tims, he'll show up right into the boat onto Roger. They want the AA dead first. In fact, now they might out as Armel in a bit of trouble, but a nice egg on the high ground. They're still trying to go after this Conker, but he's just so darn tanky. They'll run right into the egg, and now the torrent onto 2 SMG. They'll keep the chase up. Armel is still ticking down and does eventually die to Moon. And the Exorcism Spirits. SMG, they're going to try and rush a Roshan. In fact, let's get caught out with the Yule Scepter. Mid one, going to chase him down. Battle Hunger there, and it should be enough. Catch him out with the Ice Blast and the Call Name. We'll try to burst him down.
Systems down. A push can't really come out. DK Dragon Form's down for a bit longer as well. And for TNC, well, Boot's back up, Fingers back up, Haun's back up. So TNC are in a much better position to counterfight now if SMG want to force an issue somewhere. And even with the egg down, you still have enough on hand to play.
It does catch out the Phoenix, but he's going to be alright. In fact, Gabby, he just haunts in. Rodney, he's going to die immediately. Now mid one, he needs to back off, but the X is there right into the boat. They've got the X again. They'll finger him down. Arfu going to try and TP and barely gets out with his life intact. Now TNC, having those 2 heroes dead, John, they're going to rush the Roshan pit. And it's not going to take quite long either.
They commit here knowing that a couple of spells are down. Just having the egg in this area makes it really tough, and that Roche does not last long enough anyway. First Aegis going towards Gabby. It's going to be harder to pin down the Spectre. It takes some time, and you're dealing with one of the best late game carries in that Spectre. So it's going to be a tough road ahead for mid one here.
This is a tough smoke as well, but KP, he does find a great target to get started. They'll get Tims on the Lion. TNC immediately will just TP right out of there, not wasting any time. They do not want to fight without even Moon on the DP, not going to be able to siphon as much HP to himself. Start to get very concerned for SMG in this game one. It's top lane. Moon, do not walk up to that creep, sir. Armel's just kind of waiting, and there's some lines being drawn out. The side of SMG, while they'd love to be the ones kind of being aggressive right now, they realize they can't really fight at the TNC. Especially while Gabby has that haunt up. At Moon gonna show himself, they'll go in, they'll get the Hex off, and it looks like they might just burst him down. At Gabby, he wants to go for a bit more now. He found Roger, but instead will chase down KP, the ex-teammate. Go for the BKB TP out and make it out. Roger won't be so lucky. We'll go down on the AA, and going to be another top tier 1 tower going down here for the side of TNC. Gee, you've got to tell me, John, how do they get back into this? Not going to be there. Gabby goes for a Spectral Dagger. But he's just so darn tanky right now that he doesn't mind running into 5 heroes. He's still got the Aegis up. He's got a DD rune. He's got that Eye of Skadi now. It's kind of like, how do you kill him? He's just going to walk away. Instead, they ping out Armel. They'll go for the stun with the Ice Blast out before the BKB does fly out. They'll take him down. A nice start for SMG. Tims, his TP cancelled. It looks like he'll be the secondary to die, but he'll try to go for the 4-star toward the south. He might just make it, but no, KP, think right on top, get the job done. And that seems to be the key. Just try and fight TNC while the Haunt's not available. It's exactly what SM...
It's going to come out here as well in Armel. So you even out the minus armor aura, and the attack speed's always nice going for this build on the Axe. He is still keeping it open. He's got the travel up, so that fixes some issues playing for Protect 1, or at least having Mid 1 play in a different lane. He can join these fights easier now. And he just needs to find opportunities.
He's got the call out onto the Phoenix, but Tim's is there with the Earth Spike. Implode is going to fly in to make sure they can protect that Phoenix as Gabby. He'll go into the backside, trying to go after supports. Now Sunray's out with the edge on SMG. They're going to just try and back their way out of there. AB going to try and fight as Mid 1 jumps back in with the call out, but it's not looking great for the side of SMG. Where's your team fight? There's your finger out, KB. He will survive for now, but not for long. He will get taken down by Bok, and now Armel. He'll be the one to be chased down as Gabby. The rest of TNC just looking to back off, but Bok is looking to restart the team fight. Looking back in. Arthur looks to be the target here on the laner, but he is a very, very fast laner right now, just running away. Instead, they'll try to focus down Moon as the X is going to be there, Armel. He'll get there in time. They found a much better target. That'll be a Death Prophet going down. It's a bit of a prolonged team fight.
But TNC, Armel ran forward after the BKBs of SMG expired. He had his BKB ready on that Kunkka, and they couldn't do anything to stop the Kunkka. They couldn't do anything to stop the Spectre. The spacing out from TNC was super disciplined as well.
Very nice pickup though, Mid 1. TNC, they may have no idea this is actually happening, as they have not made the rotation to try and fight this. It's going to be a 4v5 for now anyway, but see slowly making their way over, or trying to take the outpost to give Armel a TP point. That Roshan still dropping. Spiderling's going to give the vision over. Bok, he'll show up. Mid 1 looking for a call attempt, but won't have the blinker. Now Hawkend will have plenty of vision with that. Ice Blaster fly through, but there goes Arfu. He just is on the deck, Moon. He does pick it up, but he might lose it immediately as he does go down. He popped his BKB before he went down. He won't have it available now for the next fight. Rogi has been caught by Gabby, and with the nullifier, they'll take another. Moon, he's going to try and run, but Bok's on his tail.
They're holding the game quite nicely. SMG,
smoke on smoke.
They are smoked up.
TNC. Some vision, KP, he'll get the blink off. They want the Phoenix dead immediately, but they can't burst him down. He has the Aeon disc, and now Mid 1, he missed the call out. There's your Haunted from Gabby, right up to the backside. Rogi and Arfu already gone, and Moon, he got deleted as well. KP, he's trying to run, but he cannot get away from the side of TNC. They will chase him to the ends of the earth. There's only one left. It's going to be Mid 1. A nice blink away. Is it going to be enough? It will be. But he lost 4 of his heroes pretty much instantly. It wasn't even close.
Oh, that was tough for SMG. Like, KP was BKB'd up while TPing. He got caught at the edge of the egg. Like, right at the max range of 1,200. Popped down, now it's back in this game.
I mean, Horn's back up. It's going to be a pretty big issue now for SMG. You've got the Bloodthorn on Mid 1. Like, he's a very farmed axe, but it's not really translating to teamfight wins right now. Look at TNC. Look how aggressive they're posturing at the moment with the smoke out now. Looking to go into that mid lane. And another pick off. And there you go. There's your Haunt hit. Who are they going to go on first? They found the big one. They found Mid 1 of the axe, and there's no help around. They are going to let him die without buyback goals. He just bought the Bloodthorn, and they even found more. Moon, he gets Icarus dive on. There's your Shadow Step in from Gabby. In fact, never mind Moon. They'll take down Rogi first, and now with the X-Back. There is no X-Back, but it won't matter because Tims is there with the Earth Spike. Knocking down Moon. They will not chase that far in. In fact, Armel now will get stunned up by KB, but look at Gabby. Right in on Arfu. KB, he can't get away from this. An ultra kill for Gabby, and there's your GG call being made. TNC. I've got to give him credit, John. I mean, it's the first game of the qualifier, but my goodness, are they looking clean.
Oh yeah, they're master to play with, but they're going to have to
be up against Arfu and KB. Do you think they'll be able to apply the pressure onto this Faceless Void, or do you imagine Gabby should just be able to free farm here in this Void?
I think Boomy's not going to win out this right-click trade at the very least. The Blightstone's just a bit too much from Afu. Does dive away.
Absolutely. Mid lane, Moon and Armel just kind of going at it on the DK and the Ricky. Very even kind of matchup between the two, and this should be a very kind of boring matchup as bot lane Arfu in a bit of trouble. Boomy going for the Icarus dive, and he will be able to secure the kill. Immediate tips out onto Arfu from Boomy. We're not going to be too happy about that one as you got the first blood going to TNC, and of course as the position 5 Phoenix, it's always going to feel quite nice as now Rodney goes down. Mark at that level 3 mark and really start applying the pressure. And just look at this, poor old mid one. He's going to try and run, but Tim's, he's going to break him off with the snowball and a great chance out. Mid one's gone. That's what you wanted to see. And
by that level 6 mark, look for the mid tower if he wants to.
KP.
And you can see SMG. Oh.
Bot lane, KP, he's in a lot of trouble right now. He is trying to run, but the bash on the last hit from Gabby. Of course he gets the bash. Classic Gabby will still have the salve going. Kind of risky plays here from Moon, but does pay off.
Yeah, it's on the edge. They're really committing hard for mid now. Afu is going to go for that bounty ring.
They found Tim's. He's right next to the Ancients. He could try for a deny. We'll see how lucky he can get, but the Ancients, they're just asleep right now. They're not going to wake up. This little pick up there from the side of SMG and
shove in on your mid lane, preventing any further excursions out from SMG. The 1v1 lane here for Gabby still working out really nicely. He's not slowing down, but there's a lot of space coming out for mid 1. His jungle's been uncontested. That could be an issue here for TNC if they just leave this Dusa alone for too long. The farm is just going to start racking up. It's just the nature of that Dusa.
Yeah, mid 1's doing a great job right now. Just hanging out in that dive triangle and doing his job of farming up some stacks. But mid lane, Rogi gonna make the rotation in. Boomy, he'll be targeted here. Icarus dive away though, is gonna be there in time, and now the shards are out from Tips to lock them down for Gabby. To get the 2-man chrono off, and the tag team will even be popped. They will find one and they'll find a second. Oh, tries to go on to Arfu. Just TP away.
Try to build up the advantage. SMG though, do find a smoke in themselves.
Good, but Moon's been caught out already. KP gonna rotate in, has the primal split, and will go for it right onto Bok, but a nice snowball back the way of Moon. They want the Ricky dead. Tricks the trade is out. That should protect him long enough, but Boomy, he actually Icarus dived in there and does get hexed up and will cost him his own life. There's now Tim's, he's stuck around as well. A small mistake from TNC, but it is gonna cost them heavily. It's SMG now. They're the ones to take the first mid-tier 1 tower. And that's not what you like to see if you're a TNC fan. It's exactly what's happened. Around, but he's happy to break the smoke of TNC if he needs to. Instead, they'll run the other way. The mid lane where they might find Rogi, and there's your snowball out, but Rogi, he'll go for a run, but it won't matter. They reach him. Dragon form, it won't matter, because they still found the mid-tier 1 tower on the side of TNC. You've got the Chrono to play with. In fact, Gabby, he's TPing up top. They want Moon. They want the CEO. They want him dead ASAP, and TNT connects the snowball with the Warriors punch out. Moon, he's going to try and blink strike away with the TP. Can they get a stunner? Can they get a bash? They will get the stun. Nice pick off there from the escalating farm a little bit faster. You can see TNC, they are posturing quite aggressively. In fact, they do find Arfu. They're going to try and find a way out of this one, but it looks like he is going to go down rather fast. Immediate TPs up towards the top side. Gabby, he's got a DD room. He sees the Ricky again, exact same spot as last time, and he does time walk in, Moon. He's going to try and blink strike his way out into the tree line. Gabby, as it does pop it, does find it. Rogi, X out, finger committed, smoke screen there, but the snowball will buy some time. Gabby needs to get out of that silence. He will get out eventually, but now the tricks of the trade out. Instead, they'll go after Rogi. They'll get the line, and now the chrono right on target. They'll find the Ricky. Moon has nowhere to go but down, and Gabby will get a double kill. SMG just have no answer.
Well, they feel a lot better, but still really squishy and vulnerable to be up in front for his team.
Again in that mid lane, SMG, they want to try and go onto the block, but can they burst him down fast enough? He's a tanky boy. They'll go for the primal split, but Timps, he's into the backside, onto Rogi. They want the lion dead. Bok, he's still surviving. They can't kill the Viper. Arfu, meanwhile, just ticking down slowly as Gabby will continue to chase up. They just want the supports gone, and they will get him. It's almost the same story as last game. It just seems like SMG, they're lacking damage.
Game. They're in that Roche pit right now. They've got a lot of damage flying through, especially with tag team up. SMG can't afford to give this one away.
You haven't got the primal split. I'm not sure about this one as Gabby will jump out onto the Brewmaster and KP. Looks like he's about to die, but the Stone Gaze and the Hex may have bought a bit of time into the backside. They'll go after Roger, but they'll lose Tim's and they'll lose Boomy as Gabby now. He's out of position. They'll spike him up and he cannot time walk away. It's a great team fight out from SMG now. It seems like all they needed was mid one to join in. They want to try and fight over this Roshan though, TNC. No one will allow this to go for free, and Boomy is looking for a way to dive in, but there is help around. Aegis is going to be taken. Moon has got it on the Ricky, and now Boomy is out of position and does get fingered down. It'll be a dieback on the Phoenix. And suddenly the tides seem to be turning to the side of it. There's no real rush for them to try and fight unless you're fighting over things like the Roshan. That SMG, just going to kind of play the cat and mouse game right now, just trying to avoid the side of TNC. While they are quite strong. Actually, while Gabby does have that chrono up. So both sides, looks like they're just going to take a bit of a breather. And I say that, but the jump's in. Armel, he's found Roger on the line. Snowball is going to be there to follow up and does end up connecting. Now Moon, he's jumped in. They've killed off Roger, but they might lose Armel for that DK. He is taking a lot of damage from the CEO himself, but Armel is still alive somehow. There's your egg out. They're still trying to man fight. They'll eventually get him, but now Gabby will run in, but no, there's your Cyclone out from KP to hold him up in the air. They don't have the damage that's required now. Instead, they'll go after Arfu. Dash out, and you kill this Enchantress with a nice shard up. Maybe you can, but the Ravage up from Roger will hold them back as Moon on the backside does kill off Bok. Gabby meanwhile still trying to get Arfu, but it is taking way too darn long, and now they get the Hex out. That'll be Gabby gone, and Arfu gets a sweet tip out onto the Void as Boomy is gonna try and run and should eventually die. Roger just waiting for that Earth Spike to be back up, and he does eventually get it. Very bad news here for TNC. Back out of there, but he's obviously feeling very confident with that Aegis up. In fact, they'll TP down to the bot side. See if they can find another target. Everyone from TNC just gets out. He's to the western side of the map, and it doesn't seem like TNC are feeling so confident any longer, especially when mid one does join these fights with that Aghanim Scepter up. It's so hard. Stoning that's happening to your heroes as Gabby now, he gets jumped on. They'll have the Sun Ray to try and heal him up, but look how slow he runs. With that defuse when they just blow him up. He is just gone. Now Bok will try to fight Arfu, but we've seen this story before. The Enchantress just take too long to die. And Moon, he will find a secondary kill for his team. It's SMG going down that mid tier 2 tower. TNC, it's looking tough for them. I mean, Gabby, he needs a BKB or something, and Moon, he's just in on Boomy.
It's awkward for TNC. They have no way of stopping this Ricky's initiation with that Blink Strike smoke screen. They don't have 4 staffs up yet to save. They need some way of getting out of that silence to use their spells, but SMG's just playing so fine here.
To another Tim's. Just can't survive the damage output. I love what Moon's doing. He's just so confident right now, understanding the advantage he has. Jumps in off those T4s, and now Bok trying back off, but such a hard kind of defense to make for TNC, but they'll try. Armel jumps in with the stun, but there's your smoke screen out. And make sure no Chrono is there to follow up in mid one. We'll pop the Stone Gaze. Armel just turning his back, but there's Moon jumping in again with the tricks of the trade, and it will be enough damage as they go in with the egg now. But where's your Chrono? It'll be committed onto mid one, but where's your damage output? He's taking none, and now the Tornado. KB just disrupting the Void mid Chrono. It's going to be onto Bok again. The Viper's in trouble, and now Gabby has been caught out. He'll go down. There's no firebacks left. They do at least kill off Moon, who dived way too deep. Perhaps that'll be enough to try and defend this mid lane of Rax, but it seems the mid one is going to be able to finish it off and should be able to just back off to safety for SMG.
The good news for TNC is that they still have tier 2s all around, tier 1 up top as well, so there's no further objectives for SMG.
And looks like that's going to be just enough. Be anything in the way of cancelling that TP from Armel. You gotta love the fact though that SMG just continues to chase down the side of TNC no matter where they go across the map. Understanding their advantage. Just making sure to just kind of choke out TNC and not give him that breathing room. Turn. They'll spot out Boomy and it only takes a split second. Once that smoke screen diffusel's out, you are not getting away. Not without a BKB. But he's going to pay for this very soon as Moon is just going to continue stalking him. Gabby needs to find a way out, but he hasn't got a BKB yet, and there's your finger out. Even another one, Armel. He showed up on the DK. He'll try for the TP play, but is it going to be enough? Oh, the tornado connected. I would have sworn he disappeared off my screen there for a second, John, but turns out they got him.
But I think you're at the point where the deuce is just too big to answer here, and TNC's going to have to really play perfect to punish any overextension from SMG.
What a turnaround as well from SMG, right? Like compared to game 1 and even the first 15 minutes of game 2, they just didn't look great, but now it looks like they've gotten that momentum they were looking for, and they're feeling amazing. At least they are looking amazing in this game too, as TNC, it's a very tough team to come back from. They're going to have to try their best, but there's just so much room to catch up. Not much room to do it in.
Get some punishment off.
I like how you said the scan saved SMG, John. I feel like the scan saved TNC, where this game's going. They are going to make their way up to the high ground right now. Moon looking for a target. Will blink strike right into the Phoenix, but a nice 4-staff away, and there's your egg being thrown out immediately. It will be enough to survive for now, but meanwhile on the backside, Rogi has been caught out and will time the Lion. Will they skill off Boomy, and now they'll find Tims. Great start here for the side of SMGs. They'll find another. Will die. They almost lost Armel there as well. Mid TB is. Oh, Gabby's not even out quite free yet. Fix the trade. Smoke screen is right on top. He's trying to pretend like it's a tree. They do see him now. He'll try to make the run. BKB up in immediate fashion. Now the chrono being committed. He's going to try and kill down the Ricky, but Moon is actually quite tanky now. He just won't die. Snowball forward through the free play back onto that Ricky, but it's just not enough. Tims, he is in a pretty awkward position as now. Bok. We chase down the Viper. Be another death for Bok, and they call it. They've had enough. This game is all over the place for TNC and SMG. Well, what a turnaround, John. Just looking fantastic in this game, too.
Yeah, they played really disciplined. They were taking some early hits. It feels like the reverse of game 1. TNC were the ones with faith in Gabby and the Spectre to carry it late. This time around, SMG had faith in their Dusa, and they had the patience to get mid-weed the Stone Gaze, but even then, this could be the turning point. I know. Like, the one thing with the DK persona, though, the helmet kind of makes it hard to read. I prefer him without the helmet, so there is that. But look at SMG. They're smoked up. They did this before, and if they get a good wraparound here, they've got a lot of stuns, a lot of damage on hand.
Yeah, I really like this move, but this time around, Tims, he's going to be around to make sure he breaks the smoke. They'll spot him out and get a nice shards out, and with the Earth Spike, they might have enough control to get another stun out from Moon, and with that, they'll give the first blood over to the Leshrac. Another great start side of SMG. Like giving that first
fire to prevent mid-one from applying his harassment with his right clicks, clearing out the creep wave. He's playing really nicely with the Mystic Snake. This does allow you more aggression with Dragon Tail plus Inkswell, but you're not really seeing it, although Tim's chasing Raji.
And he is. Raji being caught out. Nice Earth Spike though, and mid-one going to be around to help out as Raji does go for a nice salve up, and Tims is trapped between the creep wave and the trees and does end up going down. Very nice set off there from Raji, and it costs him a salve, but in the end, who the hell cares? He's going to be just fine.
Trying to give SMG too much to play with, so there's a lot of choices Armel's going to have to make. At the least, he's slightly ahead of that Leshrac right now, 34-5 up against 26-1. So you've got that early farm advantage on hand, and that does mean that Moon's not going to look for that early push opportunity just yet.
Bottom lane, Earth Spike is out. Bok. That DK, and now with the shards and the tag team, it might just be enough to get through Bok's HP pool as the snowball. Give me then a follow-up, but he's a very tanky DK, and we'll be able to back off as now Armel make the rotation in. He only got one with the Dream Coil, but it will give him a kill. And immediately he's back off to the mid lane.
Especially in comparison to the DK, that once you start losing these towers, TNC's map shrinks a lot more. And it expands for SMG. You get more space for mid-1 to feel safe, you get more flash farm for the Dedusa to hit those item spikes, and TNC is just in a really awkward position right now.
Ball does connect, but Arthur now wants to back off as Gabby. He's on the high ground with the meta, just ready to go. Mel will take another nice kill on the puck, second kill of the game for him on that top tier 1 tower. Probably not going to be so lucky.
SMG, they really wanted that kill. Gabby's still kind of given a lot of space here, all things considered, but they'll be able to find that top tier 1. Still, Armel's here.
Oil out Armel, he's got a massive target there as Bok. Gonna try and help out with the Dragon Tail, and that should be enough to lock him down and get the damage out. SMG, they thought about jumping in, but there's not really much they could have done. And they're hitting creeps. He's fine.
It's a lot more of a passive build, so he can't be as aggressive, but that doesn't matter when it means that SMG's own moves are not really panning out. TNC, knowing Rupture is down, they've got a bit of a spell advantage there, and they're going to look for a smoke play here.
Yeah, Armel going to move on to the high ground. They'd love to find mid-1, and that's exactly who they do get as the Ink Sword does come in with the Psalms and with no mana shield. He will get blown up. Great setup there from the side of TNC.
Only really has a Hood of Defiance to protect. No Yule's up. Doesn't look like he's rushing it as well. So all of that damage flying through could be a bit of an issue for Moon down the line if he's caught off guard.
It certainly could. He's top of the net worth board here, Moon. So still having a great old time on the left track. He said he's got the Sanj on the way very, very soon. As seems like SMG, they're more than comfortable to play the farm game here with TNC. No real pressure being applied, although I say that top lane, they're going to find Arfu. TNC, they'll get another kill.
Line up to, though, is that I feel like a Terrorblade with equal amounts of farm with Dusa, at least at this point in the game, is going to have a bit more impact. It's just down to the fact that Metamorphosis is a lot stronger earlier on. The damage boost is huge. Adusa needs so many more items to really hit that stride. And I think as long as TNC understands that, the pressures would have to be good, although their smoke broke.
Okay, B's in trouble though. He'll tie it to Armel. He'll get the Rupture up, but it won't matter. And meanwhile, on the other side of the map, they have started another team fight. As Spock is being focused down and eventually may go down. We'll be able to get him. He tries to ignore that. Interceptor should be more than enough as top lane. KB gonna get caught out with the Dragon Tail, and with the Inkswap follow-up, it'll be more than enough. Gonna take him down, and Gabby just a couple gold ahead of mid-1, but they are kind of just going back and forth on top of that net worth board. A very, very close game 3, and of course for either side, you don't really want to have to get knocked to the lower bracket in the first round of the playoffs, but that's unfortunately how it's going to be, is now they've found
stay uncontested. Stable farm for the Terrorblade coming through. Recovery coming out for Bok. Been highly effective with his Blink. BKB's up next as well for the DK. Armel's been allowed to finish up his travels and Blink. So the puck's a lot more mobile as well, and he's jumping in.
Armel, he's right in. Rogi gonna die immediately as Arfu goes for the Walrus Punch, but the orb out from Armel. It's gonna mean they can't quite catch him. Up through that dire jungle, just trying to wrap around back into that mid lane, but who are they going to find? Bok is showing, but Armel is the much bigger target if they can catch him. Bok, he might prove to be a little bit too tanky. In fact, now he jumps in, looks for a Dragon Tail. They'll get the Hex out into the Walrus Punch. Sunray is keeping him alive, but he's been ruptured up. He cannot run, but doesn't matter. They found Arfu for the sake of the DK, and now Moon goes down as well. AB, he's going to try and run, but it looks like he is set to die and does. Umi with that Sunray, just it felt like he kept Bok.
This is just perfect coming up from TNC. There are no ways for SMG to real fail to mid-1.
Straight runs in. Manly kind of play here from mid-1. The Rupture be quite impactful as now SMG. They're going to be the ones to go into the Roshan pit. He's still roughly half HP. In mid-1, he'll get started. TNC, they should be aware that this is happening. They did have vision. But how are they going to try and fight this? With the Sunray and the Reflection, that'll force them out of the pit. But they're going right back in. Mid-1, he wants to fight. Back team up. Arthur going to get started. Umi going to be forced back. Dragon Tail is out. Moon, he went too far. Snowball, though, is going to save Arthur. Will buy some time. There's just Stone Gaze out as well. They're right in. Onto the DK. Bok is dropping quite low and will die. A great start to the fight. SMG are back in the Roshan. Meanwhile, Arnoldo does end up killing off KB, but he does die for the first time this game as TNC. They are still trying to fight this one out. Moon, he'll hold them back along with Arthur's mid one. He'll get the Roshan done, and now Gabby, he'll go for a Sunder, but he is really just stuck between all the side of SMG. He's going to go down. A bit of a panic Roshan attempt from TNC, and really just does not work out in their favor.
They weren't ready for that fight.
Moon's still going. He wants Tim's on the Grimstroke. He won't be able to keep up with him though, so Tim's is going to be alright, but they'll get the mid-tier 1 tower and it's going to break the smoke, and Roger, he's got him with the Hex out on the Walrus Punch. They lock him down, and Obok, he's got no help around him, so he's just kind of forced to die. Moon on the left rack. SMG, they're starting to look like they're in control of this game number 3. Get to work into that top tier 3 tower and play the split push game here for TNC. You do still have the Puck, who's one of the better split pushers in the game. Moon, run right into Gabby. They'll be able to potentially find a killer as Moon is going to try and fight this one out, but the silence there and the Dream could have locked him down. There wasn't much he could have done. Rest of TNC trying to find a...
Grimstroke's kind of positioning himself of what he uses that Dark Portrait of. A Soulbind Dark Portrait would be really annoying. So look at that. Tim's just microing, cutting off the creep wave, preventing any push opportunities, clearing out the creep wave by himself. It's fun. Beautiful. Great hero.
Looks balanced. Very balanced. TNC. Hook up, Arfu gonna run right into him, just breaking the smoke, but Armel gonna move forward with a nice stream call, catching out Moon. Now, are they gonna go after the left track? They'll try to focus in onto mid one, but mid one, he's gonna be just fine. Instead, they'll commit the egg, they'll continue the fight onto Arfu. See, we'll go down to the tusk, but now the buyback's there. Arfu, he wants to come back in and try and stop this team fight again as mid one. He'll go onto Bok, they'll find the Dragon Knight, and they'll take down the DK. So Armel, he's back in on the backside. He does kill off the Lash. Arfu, aim down Tim's. Gabby, we're trying to get to work with the Hexes out. They've got the Earth Spike as well, and they might just have enough control to take down this TB, or do they? He still has the Sunder. He'll get it off. He'll turn back around. It'll be a tieback on Arfu. Now mid one. He needs to get out of there. Armel even finding Roddy in the backside. They do get the Medusa away. TNC. SMG, play it safe. They'll back out of it.
That's a good call. They don't really have the best vision to take the Roche right now. No forward wards, the spot where TNC is. And TNC, well, they're under a smoke right now. They could look to play into that high ground here.
Will mid one. He does not want to be caught like this with the Sunray and the Dragon Tail right on top. Still, he got the Stone Gaze off in time, so he can try to back off, and now the Soulbind locking him down. And look at the damage output. Gabby just rips him to shreds onto the Bloodseeker. KP's gone. Armel's got the backside. He'll kill off Rogi, and now Moon. He's going to try and run, but he has been left all by himself. They'll get him. Oh, what kind of damage was that from Gabby?
Daedalus, man. It's the itemization compared to the Dusa. The Dusa going for that risk. They managed to get the initiation they want. I think they kind of focused on Armel on the low ground, but they didn't expect everyone else to swing in from that southern ramp, and it just kind of cost them. High ground under siege, Aegis Cheese, 3 Ag Shard up. It's really scary to fight into this. They don't even have the Stone Gaze just yet, although it should be up by the time the respawn's there. But these objectives will not hold for too long. They won't get mega creeps up, as the tier 2 top is still standing. But 2 lanes of racks down, it's going to be a bit more annoying for SMG to keep these waves shoved out.
2 racks is down now for SMG, as the second does get taken by Gabby as we speak. Icarus Dive going to find out Arfu. Dream Coil's there. They want to just take the Tusk out of the team fight immediately, and they do break the coil. Being swelled right behind by Bok. Take him out. Arfu down with that buyback again. TNC. Secondary racks, Gabby. He has the Aegis, but there's your Soulbind out. In fact, they might just try and turn around and fight this. Rogi's already gone down. Now the Sun's around mid one.
Oh no.
He's dead without buyback.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's a disaster here, John.
This is going to be really hard.
They're going under the tier 4s now. Rodgy, he's trying to get something done with the finger out. They're going after Armel, but he is still alive. He'll get the phase shift off with the orb down the low ground, but Moon, he will secure the kill, but doesn't matter. They are getting completely wiped, and they call the GG. TNC, they just turn right back around and take game 3 off the side of SMG.
Yeah, it looked really even for a long time, but as we were talking